Well, hey there, this is Jerry, and I'm getting started on another episode of What's Broke Today. And today we're going to tackle heated seats. This his passenger's front works intermittent, the driver's doesn't work at all, and all the research I done based on when you start the truck, you turn the seats on, it comes on for just a little bit, maybe 5 seconds, then it shuts off. And then if you turn it on any other time, it just flashes the LEDs in the display here and goes off immediately. So he took this in and had new foam put in the bottom seat and a new element. They didn't do nothing with the one for the back. So my bet is it needed seat bottom and seat back. I'm going to get the seats pulled out. That we've got nuts on studs in the front, Torx headed bolts in the back, and then also the wires plug in the back. I don't know if you need to see me take bolts out, so I'm going to shut the camera off, and I'm going to actually probably pull the truck up, pull the passenger front out first, then back it back up here and pull the drivers out, and then I'll probably do the driver's seat first. So let me get some stuff done, and then I'll come back when I'm actually ready to start working on those elements. Heat out of the truck. I might actually take this lower cushion off. Just is actually the one that, because to get the bottom cushion off, we just got to take out the, better unplug my connector first. Never worked on this, or at least the latch to release it. There's another black connector over here you got to unplug that goes to the, I never did unhook that, but that one was already undone. Velcro holding the front of the cushion. Get up there and pull that clip and get that armrest out instead of just pushing it up. Went in there and wrapped a piece of wire around that. We'll get a flashlight. Get up a little higher just so I can see. Clear how big a pain it's going to be to put it back on. Okay. Do need to find that little clip. A door handle clip for a it's up here, and there's our and that come loose from the seat, but which is wild. But I would have thought it's on with the heating element facing the foam to stick it to the foam. Cut the heat. I finally got it. Okay. Oh well. And now we can that'll make this so much easier. It plugs in and ready to go back in. And front, it's got I think it's an E14 on the rear. Now I'm going to get started on the passenger seat because I figured we're probably better off since you got to see two different elements. We're going to start here on the passenger seat, and of course the that's I ain't got quite as much stuff in the to unhook on the passenger side as we do the driver's side. because there's no memory. I get my screwdriver. Okay. Unplug there. Unplug that. Okay. All right, so get all that unplugged, and then take our 13 millimeter and I'll pull these two nuts off of the seat bottom. Oh, and then you have to come over here and I think this is the motor for the recline, and then also here on the side is a green connector that is the wire going to the seat cushion heater for your butt. And then this is just going to slide forward. Come on. All right. All our wires out. And we of course we get our seat bottom out of the way, and the these things go into like keyhole slots in the back. I'll stick that back in there, and then what I consider the hardest thing of the whole job. Well, we're not too far along, but the first hard thing is down here in the bottom where it hooks together, kind of like a J-hook kind of thing, and getting this unhooked and unsnapped is a challenge. Yeah, it's more or less this black strip. It's a double J-hook, and they hook together like that, and they wasn't thinking about us when they engineered some of this, as far as us getting it done, having to work on it. But once you get it coming apart, you can see there it wasn't too bad. Of course, there's a lot of dirt up in there. And then we flip this thing over, upside down, and there's two little black Christmas tree kind of clips you got to pop free, one on each side. And also, while I'm here, I'm going to go up in here and pop the wire for the seat heater loose. Because, see, these green connectors is on our heater. Okay. And the ideal thing is do this on a warm day instead of waiting until it's cold. So you can, this leather works a little easier. But you really ain't leather. I think it's I think what they referringly called pleather, like a plastic leather. Um, but we've got to get this pulled out and start working it up, this foam. And if you can roll it over and get it inside out, that's even better. But that's not as easy as I. Let's get that out of there as I popped it loose. Yeah, let me reach in here because there's Velcro up inside on the foam. That pulled loose. That where the stitching is in the seat is where that Velcro's at. And we want to try and do that without pulling the Velcro off the foam or the that stuff that's sewn to the seat. Um, to the pleather. And of course, we start working this up. Okay. And we'll flip it over. And also, I'm doing this on a piece of carpet because I don't want to tear up this vinyl since we're going to reuse it. But, okay. I get that up a little ways. And this turns into being a workout. But I've got to get some of this pulled up so I can get in here and get this armrest off. And where that armrest comes through and pivots, there's a rubber O-ring usually on that. See if I can work that stuff up a little farther. Ideal thing is I can just fold that over better, but you just can't. So pull that back. And of course, I can get my screwdriver underneath and pop off that little O-ring, which I think I got it. I just don't know where it landed. Reach up in there and feel, and I don't feel it. Then I can take my longer screwdriver, reach up there, find that clip, get my screwdriver on it, and see if I can just pop it off out of its groove. Okay, and once you get it popped off, you'll hear it fall down inside, then the armrest will come off. And I'm going to try and stand this up, and our little O-ring, and then our clip kind of looks like what we used to have on a window crank handle. But the good thing is once I get that out of there, then I can grab this, start working it up here. Okay. Okay. But the good thing is once I get it like that, I can lay the seat back, and then before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and come in here, and where the armrest goes in, I can go ahead and take this clip, put it back in its slot, or try to. And then get my, I don't know exactly the purpose of the O-ring, but put it back on. Otherwise, I'll get ready to put this back together later, and I will have forgotten that. But I can grab this and just pull it off there, and I do not see where this one is burnt. It's also got a sensor in it, like a temperature sensor. So yeah, I don't see anything that looks bad about that one. Okay. And of course, we got our new one, and its sensor's in a little different spot, but doesn't really matter. Probably one of the hardest things is trying to get the edge of this stuff off loose from the tape, so you can peel and expose the adhesive. without pulling everything else apart. Okay. Now that went better than it normally ever does. And of course, we got to get this lined up over that Velcro. And then, oh, a hair a little too high. That's okay. We can unstick it. Bring her down. It's about right. And we can pull that off. The main thing, make sure it's nice and flat. And then that is good to go there. And then this can go down through there. Whew. And then the next fun part is putting this pleather back down. But it usually goes down easier than we pulled it up. So you just start one side and to the other. Okay. Let's see, here I ended up with it folded up inside, which is not what I wanted. I'll lay that over so I okay. All right. Okay. But now these have to end up back down and stuck into this cardboard, which that's kind of a joke, but that and the cardboard, that's got to go out around that way. And then we get to the fun part, trying to get this hook back together. And I don't know that I ever found anything that really worked good for clicking these things back together. There we go. All right. That can go there. That's there. Awesome. Okay. Now I'll just take this and roll it over on its back, and we're done with the that half. Well, I say we're done. When you get ready for the armrest, it just goes back in the hole and then just goes in and snaps. Now I'll get my one for the seat bottom is a lot longer. Oh, but that out of the way. But this is also in a way easier to take apart because we can just take it, unclip, 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 unclip. Looks good. Oh, I forgot a Phillips screwdriver. Got that. See if I can peel this off without taking all that side apart. Oh yeah. But you could almost change one of these without pulling the seat. But you can just damn near unhook everything and just take this cushion out like this. And of course it's got the Velcro in here too. Oh wait. Okay. Get that loose. Because this fuzzy stuff here is what hooks to the Velcro here. So well, I don't see anything on here that's discolored other than right there. But it don't take much. And two. I'll pull this and put that there, and let's see if I can. Okay. And I'll flip this around. Pull that down, around, and stick it. Okay. And then we can bring our vinyl, leather, pleather junk back up around and that down. And just bring that wire kind of down where it was at before so you can plug her back in. And then I don't know that that's going to go back on there and lock like it originally was supposed to, because it was already loose when I started. I'd sure feel better um, if I'd have seen something wrong with one of these elements. Because the way these things are done, it's not like you can ohming them out doesn't usually work very well. But regardless, we are ready to put this thing back in. Lay up there. Oh, I'll take this wires, stick back down through here, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that in its hole in the seat frame. I'm going to take these and put back through there. I'm going to plug in my seat heater, or the two harnesses together. I'm going to get the back end of this cushion into its keyhole slots. And okay. So I don't want to slide down here, so okay. Okay, now take our harness for a seat and start plugging in motors. Plug in our seat heater. Plug that in. Get that back in its. Oh, it won't matter. That's broke anyway. That goes in there. That was probably up there. And then all right. Now all we got left is put this back in. I would really like to know exactly that I got it fixed before I put these back in the vehicle, but that probably ain't gonna happen. And when I do the driver's seat, basically I'm gonna be doing all the same stuff, other than I won't have to take the lower cushion lower apart, because someone else already put a heater in it. That should get our Velcro restuck. And actually sitting in it will do the best job of that. So I'm going to put this back in the truck, then we'll try it and see if it works. So I'm here with our seat heating elements. That this is the passenger side back. This is the passenger side would be butt and the back side of your legs. And then this is the driver's seat back. And of course, on the driver's one, it is quite obvious where it's burnt. You can see it through on both sides. And this is the side that was toward the foam. So I'm hoping the foam in those seats is fire retardant, because that got pretty doggone hot. And plus it's it's a little brown over here, but not as bad. Now, for the passenger side, the only real dark spot I see is right here. And I'm not sure, because we see how we're stained down through here. I almost think that that's something that's wicked through the fabric, because I don't see anything really with either one of these to justify what was wrong. And I've done all kinds of reading on the internet. And I don't know if they make a scan tool that will, where you can actually read what these seat heaters are doing. I know what I have. It does a lot of things. It don't do near as much as I'd like, because I'm kind of wondering if the module for that is smart enough that it knows that this is bad, and it keeps the other side from working. Because when I was working on this and testing it, this did work and heat up a couple times. Of course, I have help. Say hi, I'm Ash. The back worked, and this section here worked. I never did feel this front section here warm up. So I'm really thinking that there is something wrong in here, which could be as simple as this spot I see here. And there's other spots where we got some discoloration, but I don't know. So if somebody's watching this that knows more about these or has more experience than I have, please chime in on the comments. And what I want to know is, if the driver's side is bad, will it keep the passenger side from working? because I didn't look up a wiring diagram, so I know there's a module in the driver's door that controls at least the driver's side, and I was assuming it had a module on the passenger's door to control the passenger side, but I don't know. So I'll probably do some more research, but that's where I'm at. But regardless of whether this is bad or not, now that I'm done, everything works. He has back heat on both sides. He has butt and back of the leg heat on both sides. And he's happy. And it works, so that makes me happy. So there you go. Well, I got both seats in the truck. The heating elements in the passenger seat, then the seat bottom and seat back. Driver's side, just the seat back. And now we're getting ready to, let's try this. We'll start the truck. Okay. And then I'm going to hit the button for seat bottom and seat back. And so far, that's the best we've ever done because lights are staying on. Let's go to the passenger side. Okay, lights are staying on. So I'm just going to sit here for a little bit and see if the seats actually do warm up. That I'm going to assume, since the lights stayed on, that they're going to start heating up. So I'll let you know shortly. Well, I sat in the driver's seat and it warmed up real good, and then I moved over to the passenger side, and it didn't warm up the leather quite as good when you're not sitting on it. But it says put a little bit of weight on it, and you can feel it coming right on through. So I'm going to call this good because this is the longest those lights have stayed on, since he's had the truck. So well, maybe not. It might have worked for a few weeks, but this is the best it's probably ever done because it's warming up under my butt and up my legs and also my lower back. So I'm going to call that good. So, but I do appreciate you watching. Always like those thumbs up for the likes. Appreciate all those comments, and appreciate all my subscribers that keep watching my channel. That last time I checked, we was nearing that 975 barrier, which means maybe in a couple weeks we'll hit that 1,000. But getting excited about that, and maybe we hit 1,000. Maybe next thing you know, we'll be at 10,000. So, but regardless, I just appreciate you watching. And hey, anybody that's not a subscriber, better join on in because no telling what else you're going to see on What's Broke Today. Thank you.